VWBT is proud to present the show that squashes reality like a bug. That's right, you better be ready to Megarace. And here's your mega host, Lance Boyle.
Hey, welcome to Megarace, the action show where violence only happens once every few seconds. Hi, I'm Lance Boyle, and people often wonder if I'm real. Do you ever wonder what it's like to race a real high-performance sports car? You know, like the ones those punk speed gangs drive on the freeways? Those guys really think they rule the road, right? I mean, where do they get off intimidating law-abiding citizens and taxpayers? You know what I mean? And you know something else? You are absolutely right. So you say somebody ought to do something about them criminal highway gangs. And VWBT says, oh, yeah? Well, why don't you do something, Mr. Big Mouth? You don't have the car? We'll give you the car. You don't want to get arrested for taking the law into your own hands. Not a problem. You know why? Because it ain't real. It's a whole lot better than real, baby. It's virtual television, reality's worst nightmare. Here's the deal. Our chosen candidate, and everybody with a death wish, is free to apply, including men and women of either sex. Our candidate, who we call the Enforcer, gets a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to terminate a whole lot of slime balls, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You see what I mean? Because it's all happening right here on VWBT, where the cops move over and the Enforcer takes over. We have 14 amazing racetracks in 5 totally different environments. We have cars you'd sell every drop of blood in your body to own. We have exclusive contracts with 5, yes, I said 5, vicious speed gangs, each with a pack leader you don't ever want to meet, believe me. I did, and I still feel sick. In each mega race, the Enforcer tries to get past the pack leader's sidekicks, then catch up with their boss and eliminate him. The sidekicks try to stop that from happening. That's the kind of scum they are. And that's not all our hero has to contend with, I am happy to say. The track features a terrifying selection of symbols, which signify things like speeding up and slowing up and maybe even blowing up. Who knows? Who cares? You want to know what happens if at the end of the race the Enforcer didn't quite overtake as many of these speed punks as he was supposed to? Well, we just stamp chicken on his face and send him home to mommy. Yeah, baby, these streets are mean. Okay, let's just see if our Enforcer is ready to rumble a few bad guys. Hi there, Tiger. All psyched up? Yeah, keep that adrenaline pumping. Ooh, you're really scaring me. Okay, tough guy, now listen up. What you gotta do is score a whole lot of points. And the way you do that is, you slam those punks into the sidewall every chance you get. High-speed explosions equals big points. Yes, sir, that's the magic of television. Wait till you hear this. Every time you kill a pack leader, and when I say kill, I'm talking virtuality, not reality, okay? In Megarace, nobody actually dies. It just looks and feels like it, and that makes you feel a whole lot better about yourself, now doesn't it? Every time you kill a leader, you not only score big time, you also win some major bonus prizes. His personal music CD and his customized car are both yours. Take a look at this. You know what that is? Sure you do. It's the thrillometer. Anytime the excitement level drops into the gray zone, it means the audience is not getting enough of those beautiful white-knuckle thrills. And we don't want that now, do we? What happens when you've finally blown away the last pack leader on the toughest track in them all? Well, that's when we take a look at your score and see where your name goes in the Megarace Hall of Everlasting Fame. And also which of our fabulous prizes you are going to enjoy. Welcome to Noosan, possibly the world's most sophisticated city, where only the loveliest people spend money in a fully sealed environment protected from outside reality. I think you'll enjoy VWBT's incredibly expensive Uptown Speedway. Sit back and dream about the delights of an elegant nightlife, while the Enforcer does high-speed battle with a very brutal gang they have down here. They call themselves the Vultures, And they're brought to you by VWBT in association with Body White, skincare for your automobile, because cars are people too. How true that is. Here in New San, you'll get to know the Vultures. They're a speed gang with a lot of rage, and they like to liberate those strong feelings by smearing people across the highway. Their pack leader calls himself Jailbait. He's seen your picture, Enforcer, and he's got some interesting plans for your face. It's time to select your Megarace machine, Enforcer. Look at those beauties. Go ahead, help yourself. From now on, you are on your own, Enforcer. And as I always say at this point in the show, have a nice death, baby. Can you keep up this level of intensity, tough guy? Or have you given your all in one spectacular race? Viewers, if you're watching the repeat, please don't phone in to tell me the answer. I hate it when they ruin the suspense. You just won yourself a prize, Enforcer. Come and take a look. Say, I'd go for one of these myself if I didn't already have a box full. A watch! Now, if anybody asks you the time, you'll be able to answer. How about that? Remember, you saw it first on VWBT. They couldn't find the legend, so they built it. Right here in the wonderful water world of Mava. And they called their legend Atlantis, the city neath the waves. And it was good, and kinda wet. You won't be getting wet, Enforcer. Our fully transparent race tube will protect you from all the denizens of the deep, except that is from the vicious speed gang specially imported at great expense by AquaTube, the fully transparent underwater race tube people. You may have noticed the almost vertical turns in the speedway. Yes, you'll be defying death and gravity at the same time. You ought to stop and think about that. Magical Mava didn't have any vicious speed gangs, so we spent quite a lot of money and got one. The place sure hasn't been the same since these boys cruised in. We call them the Sharks, and I think you'll find them pretty snappy, if you'll pardon a quite amusing joke. Our ideas people came up with the name Hammerhead for the pack leader. He still hasn't decided if he's gonna nail you to the sidewall or bite your legs off. It's time to up this level of intensity to... You just won yourself a prize. Covers for your car seats. If I were a contestant, I'd love to win those. I really would. You're watching BWBT, a wholly unreal universe. You're with Megarace, and I'm your host, Lance Boyle. If you have a hard hat at home, you may want to put it on now as Megarace visits Factoryland. This speedway we call Industrial Park. It's a name rich with the atmosphere of burning truck tires. All around us are armies of robots making armies of robots making armies. There's one over there. Hey, you! Get back to work or I'll take out my can opener! Yeah, those guys just love it when you laugh at them. Wow! Is that corkscrew for real, or is the pilot slumped lifeless over the controls? Well, if he ever wakes up, remind me to fire him. But seriously though, folks, it's thanks to robots that people like you can spend all day watching BWBT. Just don't give them the right to form labor unions. That's all I'm saying. Who's gonna make you sorry you ever heard of Factoryland? Big Bob and the Power Tools, that's who, baby. These are red-blooded men with beard cuts and sweaty heads. They don't like robots and they don't like robot lovers like you. Uh-oh, Big Bob's eyes are getting very close together. That's bad news for you, Enforcer. It's time to... Enforcer, that slime ball is toasted pulp as we speak. Of course he only got splattered virtually. But even so, how many times can anybody's neurons take that kind of partying? I got the statistics right here, only I'm not allowed to tell. This is Megarace. Are you ready for a marvel of virtual reality? Yes, my friends, we are messing with your minds. Gaze upon the mighty Sky Holder and gasp. You're on your own for this one, tough guy. 2 laps and the only thing you're hunting here is points. Lots and lots of score. So look out for the special speedway surface markings. Viewers might like to know we've removed the brakes from the Enforcer's car. You're watching BWBT, a wholly unreal universe. You care to guess where you are at this moment, Enforcer? Or what would you say if I told you the ideas people here at VWBT came to me one day and said, Lance, what would you say if we told you we just paid good money for a used fractalian whale and we're going to build a racetrack where its vital organs used to be? Well now, Enforcer, my guess is you're starting to feel like you've been swallowed whole. Get your breath back, baby, because you're gonna need it. Few have escaped the belly of the beast. They come from the finest families. Rich kids with attitude. That's what the headlines say. But behind the millionaire suntanned, what really goes on in the minds of the master class? Fractalian Space's very own radical speed gang, yeah. Team leader, King Cool, is so tired of the ugliness he sees around him. He just wants to blow it all away. It's You just won your... a book. Don't worry, it's a fake. You were scared for a moment there, right? What a gag. The authorities have been threatening to change the whole atmosphere of Terminal City for years. But the VWBT's got its gloves on, and we're punching as low as we can go. Our viewers want to experience pity for the poverty-stricken citizens of this area, and that makes me feel very humble. To think the good people of Terminal City are the constant victims of cynical self-seekers, that makes me mad as hell. And that's why we persuaded the city authorities to build this magnificent multi-billion-dollar racetrack for our exclusive use, right here in Wasteland. I just want to say that you've got a lot of responsibility riding on your shoulders, Enforcer. Strike a blow for freedom. You hear me? Terminal City's most degenerate speed gang is called the Scabs. They're very unstable, I'm sorry to say. Between races, we do carefully subject them to permanent sensory deprivation, except for the smell of blood. But it does no good, Enforcer. They insist on eating your kidneys. I assured their drooling leader, Rabies, that you only want to put him out of his misery. But he just went on barking. Luckily for you, this is virtuality, where getting eaten doesn't hurt a bit. It's You A fabulous trip to the Seychelles. Hey, aren't they supposed to be islands or something? Aloha, baby. Me, Lance. You watching? You take a look at that. VWBT did, and poured billions of dollars into building this superb Sunset Boulevard Speedway. Going down! Some of the local residents were a little concerned about having a racetrack right outside the windows. So we said, it's a virtual structure, right? You only think you're seeing it. Well, you're not gonna believe this, but a hardcore complainers continued causing trouble. Well, you'll be glad to know we finally put their minds at rest. For a very long time indeed. It's vulture time again, and their feathers are still kind of ruffled. Jailbait wants to see you cut up into bite-sized bleeding chunks. Only on a virtual level, of course. In reality, no one gets hurt here on Megarace, the show that only looks like it hurts. It's you just an invitation to spend an evening out with yourself, including restaurant and a romantic movie. All expenses paid by YOU. Do I hear wedding bells? Are you ready for a marvel of virtual reality? Yes, my friends, we are messing with